Hello viewers. Today we are going to explore the story of Jaibhim Movie, which was released and successfully running in OTT platform. One line story about this movie is all about the brutal activity of the policemen to the people from Irular caste during the period of 1995. A tribal woman, Sengeni, was living happily with her husband Rajakannu and a small daughter. Sengeni was a pregnant woman too. Some scenes in this movie reveals the discrimination of Irular's caste people when compared to upper caste people. Rajakannu desperately looking forward to change his hut house to be built with bricks and stones. He is also a snake charmer. One day there was a snake in village president's house and Rajakannu has been called to catch the snake and he did caught the snake. Later Rajakannu make his way out of town for his personal work. When Rajakannu out of his town, police arrived to Rajakannu residence and arrested Rajakannu's wife Sengeni, brother Irutappan, sister Pachayamma and relative Masakuti in a brutal manner. Policemen claimed that Rajakannu theft the jewels from president's house and ran away to some other state since he went to the president's house for catching the snake. And they say this was happening with the help of entire Rajakannu family. They tortured Sengeni and his relatives to speak more about the hiding place of Rajakannu, whereas the family members has no clue about the theft and denies the case that was imposed on Rajakannu. Next day, when Rajakannu returned to his town, he was captured by the local village people from other caste and he was handed over to the policemen. The brutal activity of policemen in police station was really heartbreaking to the viewers with the scene of beating them like slaughtering animal and making Rajakannu's sister nude in front of Rajakannu and three other men. Policemen started their brutal activity to Rajakannu and they released Sengeni and his sister Pachayamma. Day by day, they tortured Rajakannu to claim him as accused for the theft case in President House. But Rajakannu never given up and literally crying out for his life. Next day, policemen arrived back to Sengeni house in search of Rajakannu, Irutappan, Mosakuti, stating that they were escaped from the jail. Sengeni has no idea about the escape of Rajakannu, Irutappan and Mosakuti, doubted these policemen and with the help of local teacher Maitra, approached Chandru, an advocate who has emerged as a thorn in the side of the establishment and hope for Irular caste. Chandru files a habeas corpus petition on behalf of Rajakannu's wife Sengeni just to alert all the department to bring Rajakannu in front of court. During the hearing, it is evident that policemen making some fake proofs to hide truth behind and hence Chandru requested judges to forward this case to CBI from hands of local policemen. But judges' speech about the good policemen in the department made this case handed over and looked upon by IG Perumal Swami. As case hearing passes, it came to limelight that policeman has murdered the Rajakannu and throws his body on the border of highway road between Kadalur and Pondicherry. Chandru, who actively working on this case, found the cover-up drama that was played by policemen and the people who helped for fake victimization on Rajakannu. Even after knowing the truth of Rajakannu's death, an opposition advocate and policemen were claiming that the accused was escaped from the jail and met road accident, stating that there is no evidence of murder in jail lockup. Chandru, who requests judges to give more time to collect more proofs on this case, approached the doctor who has done post-mortem for Rajakannu. He also found that Rajakannu's brother Irutappan and his relative Masakuti has been kept hide in Udumalapet jail. In final hearing, both Irutappan and Mosakuti has been produced in front of judges who explained about the brutal activity of policemen in the jail to the court. doctor who did postmortem for Raja Kannu has provided the statement that Raja Kannu eyes and body has some chili powder, and it reveals that policemen in jail lockup tries to wake up Raja Kannu by putting some chili powder in Raja Kannu eyes and confirm that he was dead in jail lockup. Also says that Raja Kannu with chili powder in his eyes has no way to reach Kadalur to Pondicherry highway route. IG Perumal Swamy submitted all his investigation report to the judges, which clearly says that Sub Inspector Gurumurthy making Raja Kannu as victim of this theft case, but the actual thief, who was not from Irulor caste, bribed this Sub Inspector Gurumurthy with money to get him out of this case. Chandru, who was fighting for the justice for Raja Kannu death, finally brought the peculiar view of Irulor caste people life in front of judges and want justice to be served well. He also requested the court to provide land to build stone house for Sangeni to live, which was a dream for the late Raja Kannu. Judges sentenced to arrest all the real victims of this case and also favored Sangeni a place to build her own house, which was named as Raja Kannu Illam. At the end of this movie, it's been stated that this movie was taken based on the real story that was happened during 1995 around Kadalur, and it shows the brave activity of an advocate Chandru who argued and won many cases in favor of struggling Irulor caste people. Jaibhim is unarguably one of the boldest films produced by the Tamil industry in a long time. Suriya acting in this movie is really hard hitting and powerful. Hope you enjoyed this movie.